I got fired from the chip company. I've been fired from every regular job I've ever had in my life. I'm in the store doing my job, minding my business, and the manager goes, "Who are you?" And I was like, "Oh, I work for the chip company. I'm stocking the shelves." Cool. 20 minutes later, "Are you done?" "Yeah." "Tell your boss I don't want you here anymore." "Huh?" "You left this shelf undone. You need to put more chips up here." And I'm like, "They're not in the back. I can't stock what's not there." I called my boss and he was like, "Don't worry about it. Just go home." I go home. I go to the motel home and take a nap. And I wake up to a voicemail from him saying basically, "Thank you for your work and God bless you, Godspeed. Goodbye. Oh, you're fired." And so now I'm sitting in this motel with one job, the radio station. And I was part-time, 29 hours a week, 13 hours, $13 an hour. And I only get paid on the 10th and the 25th. That 168.19 is due every Friday. I don't know how I'm going to pay this now. And I mean, I paid him every Friday like clockwork. And so now money is very tight because I got one check coming in and it's got to last at least these 2 Fridays. And I remember once Friday came around and I didn't get paid till Monday. And so, I mean, I begged him, "Listen, I paid you every single Friday. Like, I'm telling you, I will have it Monday. Just let me, just do me this one time. I'm going to have it." And he was like, "No, you either pay it today or you get out." And I'm damn near in tears, like, "Please, like, I've been paying you on time. I swear to you, you can hold my debit card if you want. Like, I will have it." And he was like, "No." And I'm like, "Well, can I at least stay until Saturday?" And he let me have it. The reason being is I didn't want to drive my cats to Cleveland, do my air shift, and then drive back with them. So I did my air shift in Cleveland, told Tone bye as always, "All right, have a super day," to drive back here, pack up the cats and my clothes in my car. I drove to the truck stop across the street, had my loaf of bread, my peanut butter and jelly, as always, made a sandwich, used my steering wheel as my plate, ate it. The cats meowed, fed them, and reclined my driver's seat and took a nap. Woke up, it was still daylight. There's nothing to do. There's nowhere to go. And then it finally kind of sunk in, like, you got sleep here. So this is a rest stop that's not super far from Toledo, but it was far enough to where I knew I just wasn't gonna make it the rest of the drive. I was just too tired. And so me and this rest stop got very acquainted with one another because I would pull in here to sleep. It'd be cars here and people traveling, having to stop to pee or get a Sprite or whatever. But I would just pull in, sandwich in between some cars, get in the back seat of my car and hope nobody saw me. Sometimes if there were people out, I would try to look like I'm like fumbling through my bag or looking for something in the back seat or where's that one thing. And then when they pulled off, I just get in the car. I had a messenger bag that had my stuff in it that I would use at work, like my notebook and my computer, and that'd be my pillow. And I guess being short pays off because I just get in the fetal position and sleep in the back seat.
If I would have known that that motel looked like that or that she was staying in that type of environment, I would have tried harder than like just speaking to somebody, giving somebody advice. I would have tried harder because she's not from here, for one. She don't have family. So I would have tried and found a place for her to stay or something. Like, cause that like I said, I even texted her. I was like, "Man, you come from the bottom." So seeing her now, people just don't know the struggle, man.
The reason that sitting in this motel and not having food and, sleeping in my car didn't affect me the way that it affected other people when they found out is because I haven't hurt so much emotionally that physical wasn't that big of a deal. I'm sleeping in my car. Okay. My mama told me she wants me to feel. My birth mother's on crack. I've seen her high. Like, who gives a shit if I sleep in my car? If I couldn't talk on that mic and answer that phone and be Lil D, I probably would have been back in Louisiana working at a call center. And thank God for Tone, because it'd be a lot of days where I just didn't have food. I didn't have no breakfast. I didn't have money for breakfast. I couldn't even afford the tollway. And Tone would just walk in here and be like, got you a tea cake. And he had no idea that tea cake was probably the only thing I was going to eat the whole day.
Oh, yeah. The Russian tea cakes on Saturdays. Like, it's crazy, man. After seeing excerpts of her book, I never even thought that she really, it helped her sustain to get something to eat. That's crazy, man. But yeah, I remember every Saturday, this Russian baker used to have a show. I used to produce their show, so they used to come in with all type of treats and goodies or whatever. And one time I had one that offered to her, and she liked it so much, I would make sure that every time I did the show that I would make sure that he brought some bakery goods in for D, because D would come in for the afternoon shift.
Between 9 and noon, my stomach didn't rumble. There was no motel. There was no sleeping in my car. There was Lil D being heard by everybody in the city. And those 3 hours kept me alive. I really owe a lot to that station. It's because of that I didn't give up. That one little shift. I used to avoid coming to the break room because I never had any money for the vending machine. And I'd be so hungry. And I used to annoy the hell out of Robin Simone because she was next door at the other station, and I had the music blasting loud. And I mean, yeah, I was trying to get in the zone, but really I was trying not to think about the fact that I was hungry, and it was all this food right here, and I didn't have that $1 or them 85 cents. And then I would always have something ignorant like 37 cents, which isn't even enough for the gum. So I was only on air one day a week in Cleveland, but Kobe Cole, my program director at the time, created a position for me, the social networking assistant. And so I would post to all the stations' websites in the building. It was 4 stations. And so I was able to make 29 hours a week. And so, my checks wouldn't just be out of control, but they'd be a little over $500. And so I was able to start accumulating enough to where I can go find something that's like 400 something. I can afford something that's not here. I'm not working at the chip company. I have no reason to be here.
I saw how bad the situation was when we actually moved her to the location that we moved her to, which was in Cleveland. And the situation was, I guess she was looking for somewhere to live. And it might have been Craigslist or something. You know how people list that they need, a roommate or something. So she found someone online that was renting out one of his rooms. So when we got there, this was like my first time in Cleveland, like in the city. Like, I would go there to, for events and things like that. But man, it was a haunted house or something. I don't know what it was. But we moved her in, and the guy, he's kind of peculiar. I don't really know what else to say. That's the word that comes to mind. And it was just an eerie feeling, It was a lot of things going on in the house. Dude had